Hey there, it's Avery Grace, and I'm back again with another video. And this room is a disaster, like I know this. Because this is what the inside of my head looks like. When my house is a mess, so am I. I'm a mess. I have been behind. I have been trying to get closer to getting caught up, and the days just pass by so fast that I feel like I cannot keep up. This kind of happened in October where I had so many fun, like Halloween themed things planned, and I just never got around to it. And then, you know, I was a little sad because it was my second Halloween where I thought maybe this year I'll get to actually participate and do some fun things. But I'm continuing to experience growth, and that I am thankful for, but it does keep me from getting to move forward with certain stuff because then I have to kind of manage the new rush of fans and if they're going to stay with me. It's a constant adjustment if people are going to stick around, and that's been my main focus with my strategy and building up my platform and myself is that I focus on retention rather than just draining. I'm sure I could do that. I'm sure I could do both. I operate with what makes me feel comfortable, what makes me feel less guilty, because I do have a conscience, and I care. I care about people. And, throughout this journey, I've learned a lot about myself and other people. I've always been in a customer service type field, where I've had to directly talk with people, rather that was like the general public or, more so with other people in a business, or even one-on-one individuals, depending on, the situation. And that was ultimately what led me to doing this, is because I knew I was good at talking to people. And I've never been like the type of person, like, I don't want to sell anyone anything they don't need. I'm very realistic because that's how I sell myself. I'm very realistic. And I don't like to beat around the corner or say something that, you know, allows someone to believe that something is real or that they might get something in return or, I try to just, be myself. Yes, I make posts on social media where I crack jokes and you talk about the types of men or the type of girl I am, but I do find it interesting that there are people that look at that and see it as a call to action. That I don't quite understand because I'm not saying it. Maybe I just haven't figured it out yet. I don't understand that. I don't understand it because I'm just goofing around, and there's tons of people that are just goofing around on the internet. But there are people that might be lonely and they might see that. Oh no, my dog is playing with a toy. Hey, I know, there's another toy. You have another toy you can play with, please. Not this one. Um, and I'm learning. I'm learning. I'm still learning about people. And, when these people come to my page and they, ask something or they lead to something or I ask the question because I ask specific questions to gauge what people are looking for so that I can either one address it at like in first and foremost, or I can put a boundary up because I want these people to know. I'm not trying to lead anybody on. That's just how I operate. I know I could make a lot more money if I, lied and schemed and did whatever I wanted. But that wouldn't make me happy. That wouldn't make me happy. And honestly, my goal in life is to just do what makes me happy. Makes me happy without hurting other people. And I am very surprised by the amount of people that do support me and what I do, and that just genuinely like me as a person because I operate the way I do. And so, because of that, I feel encouraged to keep being myself and being a little different. Putting myself in vulnerable positions to open myself up for other people to get to know me, because ultimately that is something I want the universe to know. I want them to know me. Yes and no? Maybe not on a large scale, maybe just a few people. I don't know. I don't know. With that all said, I have scaled back a lot with my social media. One, because I am still trying to deal with the growth that I have, received in the last 3 months. It's been a wonderful 3 months. I'm excited to see what December is going to bring. I am very, very close to the 1%, and I'm excited. I'm excited because it feels in reach, but I'm also not going to be disappointed if I don't reach the 1% by the end of the year. Would that be amazing? It would be, because then I can have bragging rights and I can say that I'm a 1%er, even if it's 1.9. We can leave that out. But I had a ton of plans for November. I bought a costume. I was going to do some fun content with the costume. I bought the wrong size. I needed to return it, but because the holidays, everything was like kind of, it's getting things on time can be a little hard. So I bought this costume, and it was too big because I've been losing weight, and I just overestimated. And I did not want to get something too small that just did not flatter my body. But what I ended up doing is doing the opposite, and the thing swallowed me. So I never got around to doing what I wanted to do. I could have still done it, but I don't know. Like, I'm such a perfectionist, and I am trying to work on that so that I can continue to move forward with my life without having, A, B, C, D lined up in a perfect order. Sometimes it's going to be A, C, D, A. I don't know. Um, and you just have to go with the flow, and you're not always going to have control of everything in your life, and it's all about how you react to it. And I'm really, I've known this, and I've been trying to put this like in place, and like it's how I react. And I could even say I've been trying to make videos for the past like couple months. I've been trying to do more in the life of, or like documenting parts of my life while I'm doing things, or trying to do more like videos for YouTube every couple days or every day. And what happens is I see a side of myself that I'm just not yet ready to show the internet. Sometimes I don't know if I know what I'm saying. I'm just speaking from my mind and how I feel. And when I feel confused and like I don't know how to articulate a thought, I feel like I need time. I feel like I need time to understand why I feel a certain way. And so I think that's what's been holding me back lately. I think that, because I have been dealing with some issues that I don't know how to address, because I do try to be considerate of people, and I'm not out to have everyone, like, I'm not trying to just like milk money out of everyone. I know we're all just living our lives, and we're doing the best we can, and sometimes we just want a little extra help. But I've been having a little difficulties with boundaries and other creators. And I knew, or I thought I knew, this day would come and I would know how to handle it, because when I talk to other creators that inspire me or that I look up to, I'm very patient with them, because I know I'm not the only person reaching out to them. I know that they're busy. I know that if I'm purchasing something from them, like say a course or mentorship, that maybe I should get a little bit more attention from them. But when it's for free, when it's just casual, I don't expect much out of them. I just appreciate their time. And I always think that people, or some, or most, or common sense type, would understand that as well. I don't know. And maybe I'm being hypocritical by even saying that, but that's just my viewpoint. That's my viewpoint on this. And I've had some creators, not all, that have reached out to me, that have subscribed to me on my fan pages, that is not related to one-on-one creator stuff. And it makes it hard to navigate because I'll be honest, I do get anxious. I do get anxious, especially when people subscribe to me and like I'm trying to be open-minded with the fact that, there are other girls that do subscribe and they do like my content, and I am open to that, but it's kind of a dance between those genuine people and then others who subscribe to get information and get my time. And I have subscribed to other creators before to see what they're doing. And I think that's fine. You're paying to subscribe, like you're paying to subscribe, you're looking at their stuff. I've never really like interacted with creators when I subscribe to their pages, mostly because I'm not there for that type of interaction. I'm curious, just like anybody else. But should I, and I have before, where if I am subscribed to someone and I do have a question, I do tip them because I feel like that's the courteous thing to do to, one, get their attention, and two, ask them a question that I feel like is worth their time with the tip. But what I've been experiencing is that some people do subscribe and they pay the discounted month and they don't tip or contribute in any other way from that point, but expect me to give them my time because we are both creators. And it just puts me in an awkward situation because I don't feel like I'm being respected. That's just my personal opinion. And, I did answer a few of these people at first, just to engage. But then it just kind of felt like I was either being taken advantage of or like they were trying to do something where it's like, hey, I'm going to give you this and I kind of expect it in return, or maybe they don't expect it in return, but it kind of feels like that because when someone gives you something, I kind of think that they want something. And I'll be honest, I haven't really made a whole lot of friends in the industry. Like I would say I have acquaintances. I have a few people that I do talk with and engage with in genuine ways, and I do feel like that we align, or, we have things in common, and I love to support them because of those reasons. What I don't like is like when it feels like someone just wants to use you, or they feel like the only way they can succeed is by doing like the share for share or shouting each other out or things like that. And I'm gonna be honest. I just feel like it's a little fake. I feel like it's a little fake, and I don't like that type of interaction. I don't like being that type of person. I don't like being that type of person to my fans. I don't want to be fake. I want to be real. And this whole like world has helped me, I will say, with my mental health because it's allowed me to better understand myself and how I should react to things and how I can react to things. Like, it's been a learning process. I will say in the beginning, maybe how I responded to some fans were not necessarily inappropriate, but could have been handled better because you need to look at this as like a business. You are the business. You need to have control of your feelings. If you don't have control of your feelings when you're responding to certain things, it's not a good look. It's not a good look. And that's why, like, I've talked about before, where I have kind of pre-written responses, and when somebody asks a specific question or it's something that kind of, you know, goes with this answer, I will just copy and paste that and then leave it, because it has a very generic response. Like, it's kind of like it's happy, like it's in a good tone. Because what I've noticed is that when I do find myself in a mood, I don't have the same approach every time. Like, I would say a majority of the time I do, but I want to be consistent. I want to be consistent with every single person I talk to, because it's a brand new conversation every time. And after a certain point, then it's just like me chatting. It's not pre-scripted the entire time. I'm not doing that. But it does allow me to just kind of get past the, like, the first impression, and like getting to know each other, and figuring out, like, are we a good match? Because let's be honest. Let's be honest. There's a lot of creators out there. There's a lot of fans out there. We are all looking for something specific in our lives, and we may not be a perfect match, so why should we waste time? I want to have fun too. I want to have fun too, because I'm the one. I don't have like an agency doing my chatting. I'm probably not going to do that ever. One, because I've said it before, I have to have the control. I have to know what's being said. I am the one whose voice, like, is being pushed out, whether it is on social media or in a private DM. It is me, because I control what I say and what I put out into the world. That's why when people start acting weird, or, they try to pin something on me, no, I remember that conversation. I also have proof of that conversation. And that's just how I operate, because I guess maybe I have trust issues. And I know that there's just some sick people out there. And there's also people, I will say, from high school, or like people that know me, and they think that they can blackmail me. I've been dealing with that as well lately. I find it a little funny. I find it funny because these people that think they know me, they don't. They don't. I'll be honest. I'm kind of all over the place, but this is what I've been doing lately. As I've been doing these long form videos and just kind of talking. And maybe you get something out of it, maybe you don't, or maybe you just want to listen to me, because I enjoy listening to others, and I honestly love long form content, especially like when I'm trying to work, or I'm trying to get house stuff done, or maybe I'm driving, doing errands. I just love listening to people talk, and maybe somebody would like to listen to me talk. I don't know. I'm trying this out because eventually I would love to have a podcast. I would love to continue to grow in a direction that's not completely focused around like OF, but also like kind of, because I do find this very fascinating. I enjoy what I do. I enjoy the approach that I have taken, and I genuinely feel like the community that I'm building is like very respectful, good people. And some of these people just need like a boost in their confidence. I've talked about it before, so I won't get into it unless you're just interested. But so, where was I going with this? Long form content, stuff like that. This is why I need to write stuff down. I need to write stuff down because of this. Oh man. And I know it was right there. It was on the tip of my mind, and then I had to explain myself. That is something I notice about myself, is I feel like I have to explain myself, and you know, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Documenting myself has been such a fun experience for me. It's been a challenge, but it's also fun, because I don't want to be stalled. I don't want to be in one place for too long mentally. I want to continue to grow and expand. I don't know what's going to happen in the world. I don't know what's going to happen with me or what tomorrow brings, but I know that what I can control is today and my actions, and that's it. And that's like, yeah, this community that I'm building, it feels so amazing. I feel like I talk to so many amazing people and they inspire me. They really do. I'm trying to catch that thought that I had. I'm gonna like watch this over, or maybe I won't. I think I'm getting to a point where I'm tired of watching myself and I kind of just want to talk, and then whatever mistake I made, then I'll have to deal with it. Because that's life. You don't always get a second chance at saying what you want to say again. Sometimes you only get one chance. And I just want to keep moving forward. I've been doing a lot of things to help me move forward. I've been trying, like, who is the person I want to be, and what do I want to be doing? Oh, maybe that was it. Is that the podcast? And just kind of like doing things that slowly inch me towards it, because that's what I've learned so far in my journey. Like, I've been doing this a year and a half, is that I'm learning a lot of this takes time. A lot of it takes time. It requires a lot of patience. And you don't feel like it in the moment when you're doing these things, that these little things add up, but they do. They add up. They add up quick. And that's kind of like the idea of why I started recording myself, is because I know eventually there's going to be just so many videos out there of me talking and expressing myself. And, yes, there are going to be videos out there. Like, I mean, I'm kind of experiencing this right now where people are watching my older videos and they think that that's how I think today. And it's not. Like, I mean, if you think, I mean, I still feel like that person. Sometimes I don't feel like that person. I feel like tomorrow I'm going to feel like a new person. But I guess I'm still the same person. I've always had the same spirit. The way I express it is different. And a lot of that is because of my own insecurities. So it's December. It's December 2nd. I have been making a bunch of videos, but I don't think I'm going to share any of them. Some of them I am. I've been working on some stuff in the background with some other accounts that I don't actually have tied to any of this. It's just me living my life, doing things that I am doing. I think I might share it eventually. I'm kind of doing like an experiment, just seeing, like, can I also, like, the things I've learned, can I apply them and duplicate them and still be successful regardless of where I am at and what I'm doing? Like, can it be copied? Isn't that the question we want to know? Because you're learning a lot when you do this type of work, especially like this type of work. Like, I know I'm an OF girl. I'm an OF girl. That's who I am. That's what I do. I'm not ashamed of it. Oh, I think maybe that's what I was talking about. No. Well, let's keep going. Um, but yeah, but I know I'm much more. I am much more than what people think. And that I keep coming back to it. These people that know me, they think that maybe I'm ashamed of what I do. Or maybe that, like, they know something about me that other people don't. And I don't think I've ever been very secretive about my life. I've always kind of, whatever I do in my life, I do it with confidence because it's what I want to do. Like, I've thought through all the angles. And I was a kid, and even still, I bounced around. I didn't stay in a whole lot of places. So people didn't really get to know me, and I didn't really get to know other people. And I think maybe that's why I have trouble making friends, because, like, I have friends. Don't worry about me. I have friends in real life. More so friends in the industry is I'm still working on. So I'm a year and a half into this. If you haven't made any friends, don't worry. Don't even be, why are you worried about that? Why are you even stressed? Like, focus on yourself. You are trying to build something right now. Think about how you want to express or show or manage that energy. Maybe we all have different paths, and that's it. But going back to people that know me, they don't. They might think they do. I know that there was a lot of guys in high school that found me attractive, believe it or not. I used to be a little more attractive. I'm just going to be honest. I know I was. And that's kind of why the whole insecurity thing now does kind of affect me now because I felt like I was pretty and then I felt like I wasn't. And now I'm starting to feel like I'm pretty again. Like, I'm not saying that I was any like supermodel or like the hottest girl in school. I don't think that. But I think I was attractive, and I think that I have this personality where I'm kind of all over the place. I've never really identified with a group of people. I've kind of just like I love just getting to know people. I love bouncing around. Like in high school, I bounced around from tables and people and like I was everywhere, but like I also like I didn't fit in. Like I did and I didn't. And I kind of feel that way like as an adult is that I don't really know where I fit in because I'm just kind of everywhere. I'm everywhere and I want to know as much as I can and I want to know people. I want to know like how they feel. And maybe it's because I'm an observer and because I am curious and I don't want to make those same mistakes or maybe I do want to make certain mistakes because you got to do certain things in your life that, help you build your character. But I'm just kind of all over the place. And maybe that's why what I do works for me. And maybe it won't work for other people. And that's kind of like a question and thing you have to reflect on yourself is like, what is it about you that people like? But these guys that do know me, or even say girls, it could be whoever. Uh I was very picky. And I still am. I'm very picky about who I give my time to, who I associate with. I try to, you know, yes, I want certain things to work in a certain way for me. And I know that like knowing people gets you places, but also like I know hard work is kind of, I mean, hard work, what is the word for it? I I love watching someone work hard for something rather than just be given something. And I've kind of balanced the two things in my opinion. I don't really know anyone in the industry, so it's not like I pulled any strings and got here. No, this is all hard work. And I think that's what makes me so proud of myself because like especially with these people that do know me, I'm doing just fine. I'm not embarrassed. Maybe there is something there. Maybe I do care somehow, but I don't. That's the thing. I guess I'm fascinated with people that think I care, and I'm like, do I care? Do I care? uh, no. So why do I spend time thinking about it? This does happen to me and I think it does slow me down as well, is I get like hyper fixated on something and I think about it and think about it. Like for example, and we'll close this out. The other day, I think it was like right before Thanksgiving, I had went to Walmart and I was like going down the right aisle in Walmart and somebody like cut in front because they were cutting across the parking lot and they cut in front of me. And I was like, so I laid on my horn and I was just like, why? Why did they do that? I don't sometimes I just don't understand like why people think they're in the right when they're clearly wrong. And then they like you just have to accept it. And I parked my car and I thought to myself, I'm just going to sit here for a moment because I don't want any confrontation. One, because I would say something. I would be like, no, it's like, I'm not going to say what I'm because I'll be honest, I might be a little mean, but I would call them out. Like, I will call somebody out. And I was like, okay, I don't want to deal with that. Let's be chill. Let's be collected. We don't need to make a scene over this. Like, yes, it upset me that this happened, but it's not a big deal. So I waited in my car and I got out. And then that person was circling back around. It was like, why were you in a hurry to get in front of me? So then I was like, what was the hurry? And I was like, okay, just keep going. Just walk into the store and get my stuff. And then I come out and they're just now parking. They're just now parking. And I'm like, why did you why did this situation happen? Why? And that's something I'll never understand. I'll never understand. But you know what? It's something that like it sticks in my brain and I'm like, why did that happen? Why did that person do that? And I think about it. And I do this with certain things in my life. But then I was planning on going to the park and walking. And that day I decided like, cause I try not to spend a lot of money, but I was like, you know what? I deserve a coffee. I deserve a coffee and to go walk in the park because I need something to take my mind off this. I need something that brings me a little bit of joy because why do I care? Why do I care that that situation happened or unfolded the way it did? And that's something I'm trying to figure out. So I sipped on my coffee, I listened to some really good music, and I enjoyed my walk. And every time that thing popped in my head, I was like, no, push it out, push it out. Why are we still holding on to it? So that happens a lot. And I think that's why I sometimes get stalled in my life and I'm working on it and I'm being honest about it. So thank you for listening today. This was another long video as expected, a little longer than I had hoped. I do try to do like a 30-minute cap. But if you're enjoying these videos, please let me know because I enjoy making them. I enjoy just sharing my thoughts and talking. One, because it does help me. I'm not gonna lie. Hearing myself talk and think through these situations and maybe how I responded or how, you know, it's like, does that matter? And maybe you need to hear it. Does it matter? Probably not. We get so caught up in these things when we should just be enjoying our life, doing the things we love. There's so much to be thankful for. All right, guys. If you listen to this whole video, I would love for you to leave a yellow heart to let me know that you watched it all the way through and so that I can be encouraged to keep making them. And if there was a favorite part of this video that you enjoyed, please let me know down in the comments below. And if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of me, you want to hear my voice, my thoughts, my rambling, please give me a subscribe. I'll try not to let you regret it. But I am staying consistent and I will stay consistent with these videos. I feel like on average I'm doing about 2 a month. I do kind of work on making them more consistently. I'm just trying to find my groove. There's a lot of stuff I did not say that I wanted to say today about why I feel so behind, but I think we learned some stuff. And I really appreciate you watching. It really means a lot to me because I feel like just an average person. I don't know. Some days I feel special, some days I don't. I think we're all just trying our best out here, and that might look different for us. It does. But I do appreciate your time, and I'll probably say that every time. I do. I've been feeling I've always felt thankful. I would say November is why I feel so thankful. Maybe I feel extra thankful because of November, but and also the holidays, but I do really appreciate it all. Like it really it really goes to show that if you stay consistent with something, it can grow. And you can grow. And it's so beautiful. I'm like looking around, make sure I'm not crying. I've been getting so emotional and I don't really show this side of myself. I have on video because this is so interesting. And I always thought, like, why do people cry on video? Well, I guess I understand. Maybe those suppressed feelings that we're digging out. Learning about myself as you guys are learning about me too. All right. Thank you for watching today, and I hope you have a wonderful day, week. Just enjoy yourself. All right. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.